Hi everyone, this is Nancy. I have a process video today on a mini album that I recently made using this 6x8 snap album by Simple Stories. I took the yellow album to do a vacation album, and here I'm going through some of the page protectors, and this is one of my favorite parts about this album. It comes with a variety pack, so I have a bunch of little page protectors that some are divided into 2x2, 4x6, 4x4, and I like a mini album that has a lot of different sizes. I think that makes her a really cool eclectic look. So I'm going to start my first little page with a 3x3 photo, and I'm going to do a couple of different layers on that 3x3 photo, and then I'm just going to put it into that 4x4 page protector. So I started out with, these are pictures from a vacation that we took to Ocean City, Maryland. That was the house that we rented. It was an amazing view, so that is going to be my opening photo, I think. And here I'm just making a bottom layer with the pink card and the yellow chipboard frame. Everything I'm using today is from the Summer Vibe collection from Simple Stories. It's one of my favorites this summer. I love these colors and these icons. And so there I just simply layered 3 different things, and I stapled them together with my mini stapler. And then you always have to keep in mind the back and front when you're doing these mini albums. So here I'm just looking about what is going to be the page after this little yellow frame. And so I chose the little mason jar with the lemonade because it had yellow in the mason jar and yellow in the chipboard frame. So that's why I chose that. And now I'm just covering up that little car, and I'm going to use Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy because I think that's cute, and I want to repeat the yellow. And I also repeated again the chipboard frames. I think those chipboard frames are really great for adding like a little pop of color, but they also add a dimension so it pops up my photo a little bit. And then my other favorite thing from this collection are those clear stickers. So I don't have to mess with Adobe Photoshop to put that on my picture. I can just layer it right on there as a sticker, and it doesn't get easier than that. There I am using the mini stapler once again. It didn't go all the way through, so I had to bend it. And a pop dot, just to pop that photo up even a little bit more. Just a few little chipboard daisies scattered about, and some enamel dots. I like using enamel dots almost like paint splatters, I think. So just random, a few here and there, and a few little daisies. The daisies add a little bit of movement. And then I have a little bit from the other side sticking out. You see the little white card on the left side? And I need to cover that up because there's a little too much white going on. So I'm going to cut one of the 3x4 cards from the snap pack from this collection. More daisies, repeating the same pattern. And that adds a little pop of color and covers up a lot of that white that's peeking through from the opposite side. So again, I'm covering up the yellow, and I want to use these camera icons. I like those as well. And then on the opposite side, I'm using a 6x4 page protector that's broken up into 4x4 and 2x2 little squares. So I'm going to try a lot of different things until I get the look that I really like. So I go through a lot of different elements, and in the end I want to add something to fill that pocket, not so much chipboard. So I chose these wood sequins, and I'm going to fill that pocket, and then later on I'll seal that pocket up with my fuse tool. I did change my mind on the photo. I decided to use a photo of the kids instead. It's just a photo that I like better, and I think in that spot it looks better. But I am going to change out the pocket and use a 3x4 there. And use another one of my son and his cousin in the larger 4x4 frame. Another title, Every Summer Has a Story. I like to mix up the text and the patterns. So usually on one side I have text and on the other side I have patterns and photos. In this corner I decided to make my own 2x2 box with a sticker and then add a little bit of stamping, another mini staple. I like the texture that the mini staple adds. And then the stamp just says "so, so good." And that's a nice way to add a little handmade touch. So you make your own squares, or you can use the 2x2 squares that come in the pack as well. And you'll notice that the frame, the picture is slightly overlapping. It's not like perfectly in the center. That's purposefully done. I do like that sort of, just looks more eclectic and handmade that way. But again, you have to think about the other side and that you need to have something that coordinates on the back side. So I'm going to layer another frame on top of it, and then we'll make a little photo sandwich there. And then you see that on both sides it's sort of the same look, quick and easy. And there is a photo of the front of the house that I definitely want to use. The photo is a little bit taller. Again, I like mini books that have things sticking out of them. I think it's just like it better. And I'm going to use a really large letter B there because the house was on Beach Walk Lane. And I like white on white. So I like using white stickers on white backgrounds. Rarely are you going to get two white things that are the exact same color. If you look, the background has a little yellow tint to it, and the B has a little different sort of shade of white. And that's a good thing, so it doesn't fade into the background. And I also added foam adhesive to it so that that letter B creates a shadow and pops up a little bit off of that page. So it doesn't take away from the photo, but it adds texture, it adds meaning, and it's just a nice little embellishment touch. Two little stamped lines and another daisy chipboard. And that page is pretty much finished. The book comes also with these 6x4 cards, the ledger print cards. I used a few of those as well. And they're nice. They give, you know, like a subtle sort of print. And that's what I used on the left side. So it's a really subtle grid. I'm going to add a few more pictures of my morning routine, coffee, and lots of it. There were 10 adults, 3 kids, and 2 babies under 2, 1 beach house. So I drank a lot of coffee. It was a fun vacation, but. So here I'm going to use the summertime title to die cut title. It's in the snap pack from this collection to fill up that pocket. That's why it's a little see-through, but it adds something, a nice touch to it. And then I have my scenery shot and my person shot. And I'm looking for the perfect frame for that camera, and I found it there with the blue. The stripe frame was cute, but I think it was a little distracting. I layered a sticker right on top of that summertime title. And then I'm looking to fill that space right above that person shot. And I'm going to do it with more of the clear photo stickers, a white on white, and then a pink fun. Now here I went back to the front of the book and I decided to add a few more pictures. I didn't feel I had enough people pictures. So I like this photo of my husband with all the kids on top of him, him giving piggyback rides, and that's usually how you'll find him on vacation, surrounded by the kids. So here I'm going to layer it on a 3x4 journaling card. I layered a chipboard beach ball there, and then a few more words on the right side. You have to get a darker spot in the picture so the words show up, since the words were white. An extra tag for a little dimension, and I like all the shapes sticking out, circles, and I got tags and squares. And then just to bring the people front and center, I framed it out by using a little mini frame. On the back side, I'm going to add my journaling. I went ahead and put that through my computer and added my story. Stamping in colors, I like how that gives this very white card a little pop of color, just the date and some text. And then I'm going to check off some of the fun little sayings here with enamel dots. And that just adds a little customization, color, a little pop. Cover up the back side, and there goes another page. Now this one is one of my favorite scenery photos of the beach, and I want to dress this up a little bit. I want to add some text to it. I didn't have any clear stickers that were large enough for this area, so I'm going to spell out Hello Ocean City. I'm going to use that clear, we always have one sticker that is stubborn there, the E. I'm going to use my clear ruler so that this comes out nice and straight. Ocean City in a plain white so it pops off that beach background, and then hello in a little bit of color. So that almost looks like a postcard. And then I'm going to use a clear overlay to go right over that photo because I want to add a pop of color, but I also want you to really see the location of where we were, and I want you to see that focal photo. That's one of the very first pages. I do have to cover up the back of the photo, so I'm going to do it with this really fun Summer Vibes dot print. And I'm going to leave that pretty plain. My little chomper there adds my holes, and I'm going to add it to the transparency as well, so I can put it in the album. And now choosing chipboard for the cover. I am looking for an umbrella. I thought that was perfect for a beach vacation. I like the little pop of color and patterns that it has. Then to personalize it, I'll put OC for Ocean City. And I will probably go back and use a hot glue gun for the umbrella because the albums, they kind of go through a lot of wear and tear, and you want to make sure that anything you put on the cover really sticks. Some enamel dots, which I will change my mind about a few times, the enamel dots always come off. And then we have a sticker, the Hello Sunshine, that is from the planner line. And I always like to use a date stamp. And there you see that I took off the enamel dots. I'm going to leave one, and I will eventually leave and lose that one. I like the texture that it adds, but it doesn't stay. And here we'll just page through the entire book all completed so you can see how it came together and how it looks. And there's our transparency, my postcard picture of where we went, who went, the story, some fun little embellishments. And here we have all different size pages. So here we're going to have a little 4x4 shot of the house, and then a 3x4 of the kids. Meanwhile, you can see all the other parts of the story peeking out over the right side. And there you have the clear pocket. I also put an anchor in there before I sealed it up. Close-up of our balconies and my daily routine. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching.